Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm really amazed at how well the channel has taken off, and I would call this a pandemic of narcissism on a global scale. It seems like there's a lot of victims out there that are searching for content on narcissism and narcissistic abuse recovery, and so I wanted to make this channel along with a lot of other people in the community that want to share their experience, strength, and hope with you, and that you're not alone. And so the title of this video is going to be the narcissist versus the empath. And so, you know, it's hard to believe that there's people out there that objectify other people, but there is a real evil on the planet, and there are people walking on the planet that look at other human beings as what they can get out of them instead of how they can have a relationship with them and bring something into their life to enhance it. They look objectively at a person on what they can get out of them, whether it be emotional supply, financial supply, or resources, or they may be with you because they want to, they're waiting for your parents to die so they can get their inheritance, and or they may be waiting on their parents to die so they can get their inheritance. It's just greed, it's materialism, it's a grandiose facade that they have of themselves, a core of insecurity, with a constant volcanic eruption of shame just waiting to bust through. But I want to direct your attention to this guy's channel. It's called Mental Illness, I think is what it's called. And I really like it. He is a diagnosed narcissistic personality disorder. And I think it's important for you. It's very rare that a narcissistic personality style will even want to go to therapy. And you do not, if you're with somebody who you believe has a narcissistic personality style, you do not need to go to couples therapy with this person, because they can manipulate the therapist. And they're what I call couch broken. They know that how that therapist thinks, and they know what to tell the therapist, and they can manipulate the therapist just as well as they've been manipulating you. So I do not recommend going to couples counseling with a narcissist. They will just drain you of your money and your time, and it's just a way for them to bide time. They're just trying to make it look like they're trying to make the relationship work, when in reality they're just using you and trying to make you believe that this relationship is worth saving. It's not worth saving, I can tell you. So every narcissistic relationship has an expiration date. So they're all going to end, and the narcissist knows this from the beginning. They know, they come into the relationship, you know, buying you little things and acting like they're just as empathetic as you are. But it's really fascinating because even narcissists are so good at manipulating and wearing their mask that they can also, unbelievably, manipulate other narcissists. So sometimes narcissists are so good at wearing their mask that they attract each other, and they try to take advantage of each other. It's a really sick way to live, man. But, you know, fortunately, 1 out of 5 or 1 out of 6 people has a narcissistic personality style. So there's more good people in the world than there are the narcissistic personality styles. But this guy, Mental Illness, I believe is the name of his channel. I'm gonna put the description in the link. He says, he describes it this way. So the empath, he says, is like a tree. We have deep roots that go deep down into the ground. Our empathy is deep, and it runs deep, and we care for people. We're caretakers. We love people. We want to love them and care for them in the best way possible. And so those roots run deep into the ground, and that tree is not going to move. You're not going to be able to move that tree. But he says the narcissist is like a little sunflower. So they don't have deep roots. So their empathy is very shallow. So the sunflower, you can just pick it up and replant it anywhere, and it's no big deal to them. So it just means nothing. They can go and move, and they don't have to be stable, solid, empathetically and sympathetically. So that's how they can be so harmful to somebody whose empathy runs deep. Also, another thing he says that I really like, it's just a change in your perspective, just so you can understand the mind of the narcissistic personality disorder versus how you view other human beings. So he says that, like, we view, like, when we get discarded from a relationship, when they get bored and they've depleted us of all of our assets financially, emotionally, and they're done torturing us, and we call it a narcissistic discard. Well, so the narcissist, they believe that they call this setting you free. They believe it's, they believe that you look at it as a discard. They look at it as they're setting you free. They're not going to torture you anymore. They're not going to bring harm to you anymore. So they're going to let you go, and they're going to find a new victim because they're bored with torturing you, just the same way a cat sometimes tortures a mouse. And, they get bored killing the mouse. And so they've got to find a new mouse. And so the narcissist has to constantly be looking for a new source of supply, somebody that they can dominate and subdue. Torture. Emotionally, it's emotional terrorism is what I call it. So I appreciate you guys subscribing to my channel. I appreciate you giving this content a look. And if you think that, this channel can help some people that or if it's helping you, please like and share these videos and subscribe to this Narc Slayer channel. And happy Narc slaying, guys. I appreciate you tuning in.